And that is Oliver Knott coming across line. He's not improving. Geno comes across line, puts it into P5. The Ferrari is coming across line. I think that's treble. He hasn't even set a lap time the whole session so far. Can he bring it all together on this one final lap? Only P17 for the AERT driver as both Hassies come across the line. Boompai across the line into P15 only. Siebint is P9. And further back, we've got the kick Sauber of Rev. He's not improving either.
Jensen's invalidated.
Mouchoir, he's not improving. Further back from that, Connor is improving past the wall of champions. He gets a DRS wide open and to a line he goes. Thomas Lang is retired from the section. He's not going to improve. Connor puts it into P10, improves by 4/10 for a second, but he's slightly above his teammate, as I think no one else behind is improving as well, as only the top guys, as Tony Rich puts it 2/10 clear, and now a 108.014. That is absolutely mega. Jensen Ralston invalidated, Jerome invalidated, Lumi invalidated, and that is qualifying here at the Canadian Grand Prix at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit over, and Tony Rich is dominant at the top, 3/10 clear in FZR Esports with a 108.014. What a way to make your debut here, Ben. Make this one of the F1's most punishing yet thrilling circuits. 5 red lights, the silence breaks, and the battle begins. It's a great start from Oliver Knott, but one of the shortest pole to turn ones, so it's going to be Tony Rich who has that inside line, covers it off, and takes the race lead. Jensen Ralston fighting off Neop and gets the place up to P3. Great start from the Williams and the FPR driver of Jensen Ralston. His debut into FZR Esports. Mikael Kozela making a move on Sieb, and now Connor getting overtaken by T-Show, or T-Show getting overtaken by Connor, sorry, as Mikkel also capitalised on that one, side by side with T-Show in behind on the exit of turn number 7, and on the exit on the route down to turn number 8, T-Show losing positions on this opening lap. He's struggling to keep on him. Round the outside goes Michael, and he's actually kept the place as well, but still side by side, and Jacquin, Sieb and Boompai is absolute carnage. It's going 3 wide into the hairpin. Geno making a move on Lumi, and on the exit down the casino straight, Mikkel finally gets past T-Show, but it's very close. It's still side by side on the route down to the wall of champions, and it's still carnage in behind. People battling for positions on this opening lap. Both the Hassies looking to get through for IRT, but it's lap number 2 now. Tony Rich leads us away at the front by 5/10 of a second to Oliver Knott in P2. Now, so it's Mouchoir into the wall of champions, Ben, into the wall of champions, and that is a huge crash for the debut of Mouchoir, who's now out of the race on lap number 3, and I think that's a VSC. To the final chicane at turn number 13 and turn number 14. There goes Jensen Ralston. Oliver not fighting it. Here comes Jeroen down the inside as well. He's sticking it in and now has forced Oliver Knott off the circuit. That's going to be a 3-second time penalty. Definitely going to be taken away, surely, if he carries on. It's Jeroen looking to the inside line. At turn number 1, he's side by side between the pair. The Mercedes has the inside line for SCI and gets the place. Oliver Knott forced off the track, gets another penalty and has cut turn number 2. And that is a huge error from Oliver Knott from the safety car VSC restart, and that's 6 seconds and penalties, and that's race over surely for the FRT driver then. Down the back straight and down to turn number 1, and that could be crucial as well to gain that time back and gain even more time to Tony Rich, who is now in the pit lane further behind. Big contact made with Jensen Ralston's car. Jerome goes for a dive on Rev up to turn number 10, and now Jensen Ralston gets that rear wing open. He's flying through on the Ferrari of Sem on treble, sorry, in P11, and gets up to P10. We'll get DRS down to turn number 1. Whoa! As we head into the World Champions section, going straight on with Jeroen. Treble goes with him, and Jeroen's got major damage on that front wing.
What on earth just happened? It looked like something disconnected on his wheel.
If Jensen Ralston's held up, there goes T-Show on Connor. As we head into the final chicane, Jensen Ralston's been massively held up and needs a really good exit at the Wall of Champions to make a move. He's got the inside line on the route down to turn number 1 and easily gets through, but still, he's got T-Show to navigate past.
Yeah, every single corner that Jensen is stuck behind these guys, which is now finally cleared, is time lost to Tony at the top. But as soon as he broke the DRS at the start of the race, Tony, he was in the race, to be honest with you. It's absolutely crucial. What First drop.
I think he needs to keep out another lap. It's definitely not into now. So yeah, lap 20. I think I've predicted that quite well. Very, very close. But yes, Tony Rich is coming around the final corner. Schumacher is making his way. He's staying out another lap. Lap 20 lap hold mediums, by the way. This is absolutely crazy. But needs to stay out as the intermediates are not going to last. Jensen Ralston is past Schumacher. Neok is now also past Schumacher, but now for Schumacher it's about staying out on these mediums and coming straight in for the intermediate tyres. He's managed this well, and EVR are in a really, really good position to push on in this race from here on out. Schumacher up 6 positions, Connor up 5 positions. This could be a fantastic race for the Aston Martin team. The rest of the drivers come into the pit. Let's see where Jensen Ralston comes out. It is ahead of Neok as well, so he's done it well, and I think it always Neok is just coming out ahead. I forgot he had to cut the corner as well, and there goes Neok. So 1 lap too early it seems for Jensen Ralston, who's 9P3. Everyone now on the intermediate tyres, and Tony Rich still leads the way. Neok, I think, has managed that absolutely perfectly in taking his opportunity to get past Jensen Ralston.
Yeah, there's these guys. A couple more wall taps coming in these tricky conditions, which is expected. But Loom is closing in here into the hairpin. Bit of contact with Schumacher, and he's got that place done. Is he going to give that one back? So I think that was a little bit tricky. A little bit naughty if he got past there. A little bit of a push to pass, but Loom is up into P4. Quite a few, so I'll have a look after the stream. But Oliver's going for a move on Connor, and he's actually got it stopped. There's fair racing room gaps between the two, and they're still side by side, Mr. Wagner.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal to keep it. Well, they've kept quite a nice distance to each other, but on the route down to turn 8 and 9, it does come a bit closer. 2 doesn't really go into 1 as they've navigated it nicely. Connor stays behind. Oliver Knott does make that move, and he's now up to P8, but with a mass of time penalties, he's going to drop well and truly down the order, maybe out of the points overall. Into the wall of champions, nicely navigated through. Connor gets a 3-second time penalty. He's actually coming back on Kazela as well as we go down to turn 1. Inside line for Connor, outside line for Kazela. He's pushed him very, very deep there. Definitely not a car's whiff. And there's Sieb as well, looking to make the move on the pair. He's absolutely flew through. He's navigated as well. Connor now trying to defend from the Haas, and at the moment does just keep him behind, but Sieb is making a bit of contact with the wall, does Connor as well, but Sieb now under pressure from Kazela, who's looking to get the move back down the inside. He does make the move back down the inside, and just like the Hamilton move at Silverstone, he got both places and lost them both in the next sector. Sieb's done the exact same. Kazela and Connor back through, just like Perez and Leclerc did the exact same thing. As Tony Rich is heading into the Wall of Champions section, 21.5 seconds in that race lead. This has been an unbelievable performance from Tony Rich. His debut in fzrracing esports, 3 tenths clear in qualifying, 21.6 in the race. It is a dominant display from the SCI driver who takes maximum points here in fzrracing esports. In his first race in fzrracing esports, what a race it's been. As we're going to come to line, Neok just about fends off the battle of Jensen Ralston in the early phases on these intermediate tyres and takes home P2 for Peck. That is crucial for the team, who's down quite bad in the championship at the moment, but this is their fight back now. As Jensen Ralston takes home P3 in his first race for FVR here in fzrracing esports. Geno takes home P4, very good points for the team of Set. Loomy takes home P5, very good display in the wet conditions. Schumacher and EVR Connor, double points for them after a very good strategy, and both gaining positions. P6 for Schumacher, Connor in P7, very good points. Kuzela for AZR picking up P8, T-Show in P9, Steve for IRT takes the final points place, and Oliver Knott for FRT, Rev for FRT, both not scoring, and that is going to allow FVR to take the lead of the championship heading into the next round. As what a race it's been for Tony Rich.